Hello, I'm your 2016 presidential candidate, Michelle Hope Walker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am running for president of the United States of America. But this video right here is talking about Muhammad Ali, honoring Muhammad Ali. Oh my gosh, some of my key high points and things that just stay in my memory about Muhammad Ali is one, his self-esteem. He loved himself, he knew who he was, and he wasn't afraid to stand up for his rights. That's what I tell the people all the time. Standing up for your rights relates to your self-esteem, relates to how you feel about yourself. And if you love yourself, because if you love yourself, you feel good about yourself, you know you have a right. You know you have rights. You know what I'm saying? Now, we pick and choose maybe what we're going to stand up for, because we were trying to stand up all the time. We'll be standing up all the time. There's a lot to stand up for. But, standing up for the particular things that you just really feel like, hey, I need to take a stand for this. So standing up for your rights. And I love that. And one of the key things, even before Muhammad Ali had passed, I had watched some documentaries on Muhammad Ali, and I was just like, wow, I liked his political activism. I love it. I love it. I love it. He stood strong, And when he decided to not enlist in the armed services, and they tried to stop him from fighting, and did stop him from fighting, at least in America, for so many years, he still stood for what he believed in. And I think around that time, it must have maybe been people that were trying to get him to, play the game of go along and get along for the money, but he talked about it. It's not about the money for him. It's about standing up. And that sounds so good, because so many people are so much more about the money than for standing up for what is right. This is the 2016 presidential election. And stuff that we're seeing is just amazing. It's because people are more about the money. We got people supporting Hillary because they're more about the money than standing up for what is right. They know she ain't right, but they about keeping that status quo establishment going, which is so interesting because Muhammad Ali didn't promote the establishment and that status quo type thing. He believed in helping everybody, and he was for human rights. So, but one of the key lines too that he said, he talked about, I don't have to be who you want me to be. I am free to be myself. And then he also talked about, and I'm not afraid to be who I want to be. I love that. I love that. Because around this time, all throughout his career, I think he had different people saying, well, act like this, well, hey, don't act like that, But he was like, I don't have to be who you want me to be. And especially when we get in the public eye, everybody has their opinion and thoughts on how they think you should act, and what you should do, and how you should say it, and all this stuff, But I like that. I don't have to be who you want me to be. And I'm not afraid to be who I want to be. That is awesome. I mean, that still holds for today. I know most definitely for me in running for president it holds. Because you have so many people that want to try to count you out because you don't act the way they think you should act. I don't have to act the way that you think I should act. It's about that I want to help people. And if I get elected president with all the resources that I would have as president, I would be able to help a whole lot of people through policies, through a lot of other means that I'm able to do and use as president. So I can tell people, don't let them try to define who is presidential. Don't get caught up in that. The same people that's trying to define to you who's presidential are the same ones, part of that 1% that's trying to run America and run this world and want to pick who they want for president, then convince everybody else that this is the person that's presidential. Hogwash. Anyway. So, and don't be afraid to be who you want to be. I thank God I'm running for president. I decided I was going to run for president when I was 7 years old. And it's just how good on how God works. Because God will bring stuff back to your memory. It talks about that in the Bible in John 14:26. God will teach us and he will bring things back to our remembrance. So at age 7 of him telling me, I'm going to run for president one day. And now at age 44, me running for president, been running for president for 2 years, since 2014. I feel good that I'm not afraid to step out. I'm not afraid to be who I feel like God has called me to be. I'm not afraid to take that stand. And it feels good. I mean, it feels good. And I know some people are like, well, I don't know if this and that. Whatever. I feel good. I'm being me. I'm doing what God called and told me to be. And I know in the recent coverage, Jim Hill mentioned that it was something Muhammad Ali used to say, and says, to thy own self be true. And that is so real. Be true to yourself. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Don't be afraid. I really feel there is no such thing as fear. There is no such thing as being embarrassed. And the reason I bring up the word embarrassed is a lot of people, that's why they fear. They're afraid of being embarrassed. They're afraid of what if this don't happen the way I want to. What if people laugh? Who cares if people laugh? And when not too, they laugh and talking about you anyway. So you might as well live your life and do what you feel led to do. You know what I'm saying? So at least they're talking about you. You're happy doing what you're supposed to be doing and what you want to do. But Muhammad Ali, thank you. Thank you for standing up and being yourself. Thank you for not being afraid. I mean, I just think that is so awesome. Not afraid and unapologetic. Made his decisions and did what he did. And, hey, not afraid. And we got to remember, this was an African-American male in the season and time when there was a lot of racial discrimination. There's still some racial discrimination now. I heard some people talking about that. It's interesting. The same thing Muhammad Ali talked about then. We still dealing with those same challenges right now. Seems like we shouldn't be, but we are. And so, but thank you, Muhammad Ali, for just being you. Being you. And it's not about if people agreed on what you did and didn't do, whatever the case may be. But it's about the one thing we all can say is that you were you. And that's real. To live a life being yourself and not being afraid to be yourself. So many people are dying. And never was they self. There was everything for everybody, but was not who they wanted to be. Wow, that's scary. To live this life and not be you. Whoa. Not I. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be who God called and created me to be. And we're all unique. So that's why people got to realize you don't have to all act alike. I thank God I really never got too caught up in them cliques that you wear blue, I need to wear blue. You wear yellow, I need to wear yellow. No. I wore what I wanted to wear, and I did what I wanted to do, whether it was popular or not. And right now, I'm all about helping people, and I don't care if it's popular or not to give everybody a home. I believe everybody should have a home. I don't care if it's popular or not. I believe everybody should have food. I believe we should have real justice. We need to drop this bail price for people to get out. Arresting people for little small things, but then you lock them up and they can't get out of jail because they don't have the money for the bail. And then the government is making money off of them. The jail is making money off of them for each day they in there. That's why they locking them up. Do you know that? They get money for those people in jail. But they don't use it on them people in jail because it costs. You ever supported somebody that's been in jail? Oh my gosh, it costs. It is more cheaper for them to be out here. and be like, you just stay out here and I'll support you out here because it's more expensive in jail. So again, Muhammad Ali, I think I seen something where he had visited jails or he did something in jail. He got some folks out of jail. But again, thank you, Muhammad Ali, for all that you have done. And I also want to commend Muhammad Ali's wives. You know, I want to commend them. You know, because women and, you know, those who have been wives to those that we call the great ones, which I always say great, I feel, but you know, we got to commend the wives, you know, because all of us are unique, most definitely. But, you know, when you are married to someone that is a public figure that is out there, it's, you know, not always easy. Marriage, period, is not easy. And then, you know, being in the public eye with it is even more challenging. So I commend each one of those ladies, you know, for their season and time, you know. And the last one, Lana, who was there, and I think they said, was it 30 years? Or that had been a long time. You know, and all those around Muhammad Ali that helped him, you know, and was there. All his children, all Muhammad Ali's children, you know. So again, God is good, and, you know, we thank you for Muhammad Ali's life. I mean, I thank God for all of our lives, you know. I know sometimes when you're honoring one, you know, you usually always have somebody that's like, well, what about me? What about me? You know, I care for you too. But right now we're talking about Muhammad Ali. But, so thank you, Muhammad Ali, for standing up, for encouraging us to stand up for what we believe in, regardless of the price, and reminding us that it's not always about the money. Because sometimes we have to make decisions that is going to cost us money. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. You know, because then he was able to fight again, and then, you know, he made his money and he did his thing, you know. So sometimes we just got to take a stand. You know, it's not always about the money. But it's about taking that stand and living with yourself, being able to live with yourself. Years ago, I watched this movie, and I think I was probably too young to watch it. I don't know how to watch the movie. But it was about this actress. I guess she was an actress. I just remember her winning some award at the end. But she had done all kind of stuff to win that award or to make it big in Hollywood. I mean, she slept with everybody. Men, women, and I don't know what else she slept with. But she made it. But by the time she made it, it was almost like they did a thing of, and it was like something in relation of being able to look yourself in the mirror once you get there. You know, from that point, once she won, it was almost like, was this all really worth it? You know, have you ever had second guesses about once you got there? Especially if you've done all kind of stuff that really was not you, but you were so focused on getting there that you let your morals down some. You did this lot of little stuff that you wouldn't normally do. And then you get there and you're like, I got it. But then after a while you're like, hey, this wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth me doing all that to get this. But anyway, Muhammad Ali, though, he stayed true to himself. So he was more focused on standing up for what was right versus being willing to do any and everything for the prize. You know, and then because he stood up for what was right, he got a greater prize. So thank you, Muhammad Ali. Thank you for everything you've done. And again, thank you for that line that I don't have to be who they want me to be. I don't have to act how they want me to act. Hallelujah. I am free to be me. And I'm not afraid to be who I want to be. Awesome. All right, I'm your 2016 presidential candidate. honoring Muhammad Ali. My sympathy to the family and friends, and I know that they're having a funeral today, and so hopefully this video will post today. But I'm your 2016 presidential candidate, Michelle Hope Walker. Now you can also keep up with me on social media. Follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook, like me on Facebook at Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, period, listen. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, period, listen. You can tweet me at Hope_speaks. Hope_speaks. You can watch all my wonderful YouTube videos. I even have a show called 2016 Presidential Candidate Michelle Hope Walker's Road to the White House series. And that's on my YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, put in Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Put in Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Or you can just call me or text me at 323-338-6580. 323-338-6580. Thank you, Muhammad Ali. I honor you. God bless.